Hey guys, so I have a video for you today on this awesome pinup look right here. I wanted to do this now so that you could use it for Halloween if you wanted to be a pinup girl, or like a classic icon, or really for any day or for like a special event. You can wear this anytime. It's a super classic look and it will never go out of style, and I absolutely love it. So I will be showing you the hair and makeup, so let's get started. So first I'm just putting the hair into some hot rollers. I'm just taking three sections around the head and just wrapping them up. I have a ton of hair and I only used a few rollers. So you don't need a whole ton. So I just put them in, all going downwards, except at the front of the face I have them going back. And then at the top of the head I have two going back, and then the front bang section I have going to the side over to the left, because initially I thought I was going to pull my hair up. And now to get started on the eyes, I'm first going to apply my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot all over my lid, up into the brow, and I am going to apply it underneath anyways, even though I'm not going to use any eyeshadow under there. And now I'm applying just a little bit of concealer to that inner corner so that I could hide that vein, because you don't want to have any of that blue in there. You want to have a super flawless, perfected face. So I'm just going to blend that out with my mini beauty blender, and then I'm going to go into the shade Licorice on a very skinny angled brush. And what we're going to do here is we're going to map out our wing, because where I put my shadow is going to depend on where the wing is. But this is also a really great technique if you're somebody who struggles with winged liner. So you just take an eyeshadow, it could be black, it could be brown, it could be any color, and just map out where you're going to put that liner, because if you mess up, you don't have the repercussions of messing up with a cream, gel, or liquid liner. So you're just going to map that out. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Coconut Cream, and I'm going to apply that as my highlight for my brow bone, and I'm also going to apply that all over the lid, and make sure you're going over where you mapped out that liner. You don't want to leave that blank, or else there'll be a funny gap. Next, I'm going to go into the shade Mousse, and I'm going to use a Sigma E25 brush for this. Mine's a little bit fluffier because it's old and used up, but you really want to start by focusing on that very outer corner, right where we mapped out that wing. But you could see this is not going on my lid at all, and it's slightly above my crease. So you really just want to build up the intensity of that, starting in that outer corner and pulling it all the way into the inner corner. And then I'm just going to touch up that Coconut Cream shade on the lid and on that inner tear duct again. Next, I'm taking the shade Truffled on a 221 brush by MAC. So I'm getting that product and really focusing it on that outer corner and that crease line that I'm creating, because I'm creating a soft cut crease. Then I did take that brush from before and I went back and blended it, because you still want it to be soft and blended, but you do want it to be a cut crease. So you can see I go back and forth between blending and applying more product and really pushing it into that crease line that I'm creating. But it's still soft and blended at the same time. And then I'm just going in and doing a little bit more blending here. And then I'm taking this MAC 228 brush in that shade Coconut Cream, and this is where I'm really going to perfect that lid and really get that nice cut crease shape going. Now I'm going to take my MAC 210 liner brush in my Laura Mercier Cream Liner Noir, and I'm going to line my eyes. So I started by just lining the lash line, and this is where you can really see that trick come to life. So I just trace over where I already mapped out that liner and then filled it in. It's so easy, so you don't have to mess with the shape, because you already perfected it in the beginning and you got to play around with it and put it exactly where you wanted it. So if you struggle with liner, this is going to be your best friend. So now I'm just lining my upper waterline only with my MAC Smolder Eye Kohl. And now I'm taking my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness, which as you guys can see I clearly need. I'm still testing this product out. I think it's breaking me out, which will break my heart because I love it so much. So I'm just applying this all over my face to help counteract some of that redness. And you can see here how happy I am over the big difference that product makes. Now I'm taking my Josie Maran Argan Illuminator, And I'm just applying that to the tops of my cheekbones first. I apply it with this brush and I pushed it in with my finger, but I realized it was my middle finger and it looked kind of bad. Like, I know you guys know I'm not flipping you off, but it looked bad anyway. And then I'm going to apply that to my Cupid's bow and the tip of my nose, look crazy for a second, and then just make sure to blend that in. Next, I'm taking my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is in NC25. I believe, yes, NC25. So I just applied some of that under my eyes. You don't need a lot of this. And I'm first going to push that in with my Beauty Blender, my original Beauty Blender. And then I'm going to take my mini Beauty Blender and then push it right up against my lash line, and that's how I can get right at that lash line and under that wing without messing it up. Now I'm going to take my Estee Lauder Double Wear Light in Intensity 2 and 3, and I just mix those together, and I'm going to apply 2 thin layers all over my entire face. You don't have to apply that much if it's like a daily thing. I just applied a lot because, you know, pinup girls had like that super flawless, super high coverage skin, and I wanted to recreate that, but you don't have to apply that much if you don't want to. Next, I'm taking my Lorac Pro Contour Palette, and I'm taking the yellow highlight shade. And I always forget this is too dark once I put it on, but I applied that under my eyes into the tops of my cheekbones. And then I'm going in with that beige highlight side, and I'm going to apply that again under my eyes and the tops of my cheekbones, and then also on the sides of my nose, but on the back, to help kind of slim it down a little bit. And I love that beige highlight side. I think, or shade, keep saying side, shade, it is like perfect. And then I also applied that to the center of my forehead. And then I'm also applying a little bit right underneath where my contour will go to help really show that area off. And now I'm applying my NYX blush in taupe, and I'm going to start contouring like normal, but I am going to take this in pretty far into like the corner of my mouth and just kind of swoop it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to go in and just blend that out. And then I'm taking my MAC, I believe it's a 168 brush, just to really help make sure I can blend that. And then this is just a crown brush, but MAC has one very similar, and I just cleaned up right underneath that contour. And now I'm going in with the light contour shade, and I'm just going to contour my forehead and my temples, so that those areas kind of recede and, you know, I get even more structure and shape to my face. But I wanted these areas to be just slightly warmer than that contour under the cheekbone. Let's be real, I wish my eyebrows looked like this just every day. Like, I could just wake up with those. And then I'm going to slim down my nose with that same shade I used on the forehead and temples. And now I'm going to take my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder and diffuse the light, and I am not going to be shy with this. I really pack this on to the top of my cheekbones, to my Cupid's bow, and the tip of my nose, and I even put a little bit like on the center of my forehead, and then right above where my eyebrows arch to really make that area nice and lifted. I think I took this down, yep, right down the bridge of my nose too. Now for blush, I'm taking MAC's, let's see, Breath of Plum, Well Dressed, and I believe that other one was Peachy Keen. I think those are all the names, but I just literally mixed all 3 of those together, and I applied that more towards the apple of my cheek, into my contour and kind of blending up. Then I took a little makeup remover on a Q-tip and wiped down my waterline, except for in the very beginning, because I like that point it created, but I think that was a mistake. I think it kind of made my eyeliner smudge. But then I took my Salon Perfect number 614 lashes that I'm kind of obsessed with, which is funny because I feel like they're a big version of like a demi wispy, which I think look horrible on me, but I want to get a couple more pairs of these because I really love them, and I thought they were the perfect lash for a pinup look because they really flared out on that outer corner, and they were just kind of long and wispy and amazing. And now I'm taking MAC's Mahogany Lip Pencil, which is a little darker than you'd think, but I wanted that depth, so I thickly lined my lip line and shaded the corners. And then I took this Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Outlaw, and I just completely filled in my lips with this, and I think this was like the most perfect pinup girl look. Maybe it needed a little bit more orange, but on me, I thought this looked phenomenal. Gotta clean off them teeth. And then I just took those rollers out, and again, I thought I was gonna pin it up. So I took those out, and then I was kind of playing with it, how it would look up, and then I decided I just really kind of liked it down. So after, you can see here that I kind of play with it up, then I just took that front roller down because I was like, I like it down. And then I was messing with that curl in the front, and then finally figured out the trick on how to make that sit right, just kind of twisting it forward because I had the curls going towards my face. So you just want to twist that forward, and there you go. Now I just made the little iconic mole action. Just kind of plan it out if you want to do this where you think it's best on your face, and take a black liner, push it into your cheek or wherever you're putting it, and then just kind of twist a little bit, and you are all done. That is all for this classic icon or classic pinup look. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!